Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Bloodborne, the board game. So we now start with chapter 3, which is the last chapter of the campaign Secrets of the Church. And it says reveal card 56. So maybe that is something I should have done before. There we go. Okay. What? Really? Start of the hunt. No, that's actually not the right card. It looked a bit weird. 54. And then it says also 35. Okay. So, man. There we go. 33. That's another issue with this. I mean, it's not really that bad, but it's not the best option. Okay, hunt mission. Accessing the cathedral. Finally, we have gained access to the innermost reaches of the cathedral ward. Now, all that remains is for us to make our way to the grand cathedral itself and hopefully find the reason for the chaos that has overtaken the district this night. End a move on the courtyard lamp tile. Reveal card 36. Okay. So we want to find that. And then it says here, strength through blood. Whatever force had overtaken the cathedral ward is attempting to warn its way into our winds. We must steel ourselves against its influence. There is no better conduit to temper the mind than the channeling of blood, the very essence of the hunt and our purpose. When hunters go to the dream, instead of using blood echoes for upgrading, they may instead discard them to place insight tokens on this card. That actually makes a lot of sense, because we are pretty much maxed out with upgraded cards. So that is a cool option. Complete this mission when this card has 4 tokens, basically. Okay, that's good. I like that. So if you remember from the last video, I was complaining a little that the game felt a bit too easy. So I decided I'm going to throw in 2 mini bosses. So they come with the Hunter's Dream expansion. The way this works is you basically got, I don't know, like 10 mini bosses. I randomly determined 2 and I shuffled them in this spawn deck. Now whenever I enter a new tile, I'm going to draw one of these cards and they will tell me if a boss or mini boss spawns or not. Okay, so we start here, and the goal is to find the courtyard lamp. I hope I did not forget to shuffle this in the deck, but I don't think so. And we want to kill monsters and place tokens on here. Okay, so I'm going to simply discard a card to move with this guy in here. And we're going to explore the next one. Okay, that is right away the Odeon Chapel. So we're going to place that here. And yeah. Okay, so that means I'm now going to reveal card 40. Okay, so I'm going to move in here. I end my move here. Before I do that, I have to flip a card here for the boss. There is no boss in the chapel. Oh, and then it says inside mission, Odeon Chapel. If you have both aiding Adela and aiding Ariana. Oh man. Fuck. Shit, I don't know. That sucks. I have the wrong cards, I think. I gotta know which cards we have. We might have them both. Oh, wait a minute. This is Adela. So we definitely have that. But I also tried to find someone else. Maybe that's 29. Let's see if it's 29. So yeah, actually one of these, the damsel in distress. I think we have a lady in distress and a damsel in distress, or both of them, lady in distress. But anyway, we have both cards. I checked it. So therefore, it's card 41 that we are allowed to read. A bloody scene, re-entering the old church. A survivor rushes up to you, uspering you to follow. Doing so, you come across a horrific scene. Ariana, the girl you saved earlier, lies in a pool of blood. She's dead. Killed stone dead. Must have been a beast, right? Or do you think someone from outside could have? I just don't. There's a trail of blood. Hunter leading out toward the graveyard. Okay, so now we want to go to the graveyard tile. And maybe we find the other lady that turned into some kind of monster on the graveyard. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to place this underneath here. Okay, let's see if we can find the graveyard. I think I just want to do another move action here. It's a little risky. I mean, I could move here. Maybe that's what I want to do, right? I could move simply 1, 2, and then reveal this. And in this way, he is pretty close by and could maybe assist me. So let's see what we find. Okay, that is the occupied house. Yeah, let's put this like this. Let's flip a card. Oh my goodness. So that is Threaded Cane. Now, the way I'm going to play it, he's going to spawn instead of the creature that would usually spawn here. So he replaces that creature. I think the rules tell you he spawns in addition to that, but I don't know, man. I think I'm going to house rule that and I will just spawn this guy. Let's see. Okay, so this is now here our enemy. 10 life points. Not extremely powerful here, but there's a lot going on here. If we kill her, or is it a dude? I'm not sure. We get a cannon. Firearm, because the lady does have a cannon here. So let's see what I can do now. I got a stagger +1. Wow, that's already pretty rough. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna play this one here, the slash. Can I do something crazy here? Honestly, I'm not sure if this is a boss enemy or not. I don't think so. It's a mini boss, but does that make him a boss? I don't think so. It's important for these kind of cards, non-boss enemies. But I might consider maybe even use this thing. Okay, so pretty much the only thing I can do, I guess, is I'm gonna flip this. That's a special attack. That's kind of cool because I can stagger that attack. I'm faster, so I was lucky there, and that means I do 3 damage, and this attack is not triggered. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm going to simply place the damage marker here, and that is then the end of my turn. So now she would activate. I think I'm going to play the Messenger's Gift here. Non-boss enemy do not activate after your turn. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we don't have to bother about that. Okay. And now it's the other guy. Okay, so I think my first action is to just let me see here. Got a lot of stuff going on here. I think I want to just do a slash with a +1 attack. And let's see what she does. She does a basic attack. Okay, now what I could do is I could dodge, transform my weapon, and then I think I want to do that. I'm going to dodge that basic attack. That should work out. And that means I do 3 damage. And then I can transform my weapon for free after a dodge. So let's do that. Now I got my hammer, and I have to deal 4 more damage. So a heavy swing should do it here. Huh. Is that really what I want to do? 4. I just need 4 more damage. Now I could use this. You know, maybe that's... I'm not gonna... okay. Sorry. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do instead. This stays here, and I'm gonna use... I'm not gonna dodge. Instead, I'm gonna use my hunter pistol to stagger this basic attack. I like that more. And now I will attack again with the slash, and I'm going to use the empty phantasm shell. That will do 4 damage, and it makes it a fast attack. So here we have the ability now, and it says flip this card over and then do another enemy action. Okay, now that's a special one. That is again the cannon. That's a stun action, but it doesn't trigger because I was simply faster, so therefore we managed to kill the hunter. And that gives me a blood echo. And I think I can now... how does that work? No, if I go to the dream, I can place that as an inside token on this mission. And I get a cannon now. Okay, so the cannon says may be used to make the following attack. A slow attack which deals 3 damage. And it takes 2 cards to refresh. Now honestly, I think this is not a good weapon. Maybe there is a specific combination where it might make sense, but slow attacks 3, I mean, that's not that great. And okay, it is basically an additional action in one turn, but it's expensive to refresh. I think I stay with my hunter pistol. That is pretty useful. And so I got one card left here. I'm thinking about even keeping that, or I'm going to use it to refresh the pistol. I think I'm going to keep the card. A dodge, yeah. I could also discard it to immediately flip my weapon. Nah, but I'm going to keep the card. Screw it. Do I? No, I'm going to discard it to transform the weapon. I think that makes more sense. Okay, there we go. I think I actually forgot to move in here to attack the guy, but I had one card left, so I could have simply used that card to move in there. It's not great, but okay, I kind of fixed it simply by now. I use this card, I will redo the transformation, and okay, let's just imagine I did it the other way around. I mean, it was a little bit of cheating, but there's nothing I can do, I guess, at that point. I simply forgot. Alright, so we killed our first mini-boss. Honestly, that wasn't too impressive either. And now we go into the next turn. And we still are looking for the graveyard mainly. Okay, so I'm going to activate again the Blade of Mercy, and I'm going to move up here by discarding a card. And look at that! We found the graveyard. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to place it like this. Move in here. We got to place a treasure chest here. And I'm going to flip the next card here. Oh man, look at that. There's the next guy. Beast Claw. But before we go to this, I'm going to check if we see any fog gates or something, because if that would happen, this guy would immediately disappear basically. So let's see. It's reveal card 42. Okay, it says a bloody scene. Entering the graveyard, you come across the sight of Adela and a church servant. Adela's attire is covered in blood, a blade in her hand. You accepted that wretch's blood, tainted like the rest, unfit for holy communion. How could you? She begins to approach you, knife raised. I can't help myself. Ha ha ha. All right. Okay, so it says spawn one church servant on the graveyard space instead of the usual enemy. You know, I'm really tempted to spawn this guy instead, to make things a little harder. I think I want to do that. Why not? Except if this servant becomes super strong. Let's see. We want to reveal card 43. Okay, so Adela, this is Adela's enemy card. She has 1 hit point. Anytime an enemy within 1 space of Adela, including herself, flips ability or special, they also block 2. Adela only attacks when basic is flipped. Alright. You know, I really think, hey, why not? Let's make it a little harder, right? Let's say Beastclaw is with that lady, and I don't know how much sense that makes from a lore point of view, but maybe maybe it becomes a little more interesting. And it also seems like I don't have a marker for Adela, which kind of sucks. Oh man. Okay, I'm simply gonna use one of these markers here, and let's find that Beast Claw dude. Okay, so this is Beast Claw, and we see him here once more, and he is here together with Adela, and let's see if this is now a little more interesting. All right. Okay, so I definitely have. This is tough. Okay, I think I want to do this. I'm going to do a slash here. With an additional speed, and stagger can affect enemy attacks of the same speed. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that is a basic attack. That means he has a speed of 3, but this attack also now has a speed of 3, so I can stagger him actually, and I will do 2 damage to this guy. The problem is, not sure what I'm going to do next. I think I want to stop here, and I'm going to let him activate first and attack me, and it's another basic attack. And oh shit, I wanted to place this card here. Right, and this is the last thing I do. I want to do that anyway. There was no other choice. So I can draw a card, which doesn't terribly help, and he does a basic attack. So now that means I take 2 wounds because it's a quick slash, and I do a heavy slash against him. Oh, wait a minute, there was this stupid special thing. Okay, but that didn't count. He didn't flip ability or special. He flipped twice basic. So that means now I do 3 damage against this guy. He's down to 5 wounds. Okay, nice. Okay, so now we gotta check if Adela attacks. And if we flip a basic attack, she will, and she doesn't. Excellent. So let's see. This guy now standing here. Problem is, his weapon is pretty much useless. However, I got an interesting combination here, and actually maybe I can even do it with just a quick step. Yeah, I gotta move first. That's another problem. But I also got these cards. You know, okay, I think first of all, I want to move in there. Yeah, so I just have to move in there, obviously. And then I will attack with this card here that I can use for an attack. And I will also clear the slot. So that means I deal an additional damage. I could actually use that damage. It says deal 1 damage to 1 enemy in your space. I'm going to use that damage to kill Adela. And now let's see what happens here. That's a basic attack. I'm gonna dodge this attack. His basic attack is 3 speed. It's a fast attack, but I also have a fast dodge, so I can do that. So I dealt 1 damage to the guy with my attack. Then I dodged it, and it says after dodging, deal 2 damage to that enemy. Alright, so that means he's now at 8, and then I want to use this one here. Deal 2 damage to 1 enemy in your space, the Augur of Ebrietas, and that kills the guy. So, both are dead. Excellent, and it seems we completed the mission. Did we? Wait a minute. Here. A bloody scene. Yeah, complete this mission by slaying these enemies. Reveal card 44. Okay, so the Mad Clergy. Distribute 1 blood echo and the blood of Adela reward among the hunters. Don't we have that blood already? No, we don't. So the problem is we can only have up to 2 of these items and 2 runes each hunter. So that means at that point we can check what the blood does, and we might have to exchange one, or we keep it and we keep one of ours and don't take the blood. We gotta see here. It is strange. It seems the closer you get to the Grand Cathedral, the higher the depths of madness affecting those around it. The effect seems heightened in those connected to the church. Okay, the blood of Adela is pretty cool. On the hunter turn, heal 1, may spend 1 blood echo to heal +2. I wonder if I should exchange that for the blood of Ariana. Draw 1 and heal 1. Yeah, I think I want to do that. There we go. So this card is then discarded. And so what is our goal now? We want to find the courtyard lamp tile. Okay, so let's go to the second turn. No, this is the third turn. And let's try to find that tile. Now we're not going to see any more of these mini bosses because there were only 2 in the game and we managed to kill them both. So let me see where I want to go. I think I just want to go here basically. So I've got to draw 2 cards here for this guy. He already had 1, and 3 cards for this guy. But I got to refresh my firearm. That is definitely a thing. Yeah, so let's do that first. Stall full here. There we go. And now I'm simply going to explore, and I will move here. Okay, so that is the ransacked house. So it's a dead end here. And we got 2 treasure chests. And now let's see, I think that might have been a... I wonder if that was a specific card. It says here the ransacked house, but I don't see it here anywhere. Maybe it's something that is triggered later. Okay, so first we're gonna have a church servant here and a church giant here. Holy moly. Alright. I think it's probably a good idea to simply walk back. Got 1 movement left, so I'm just gonna move 1-2 spaces back. These guys will follow me when I leave the tile, and now they will activate. So they will end up here, but they cannot catch me. Okay, so the other guy, he will transform his weapon. And then, not sure. I think I just want to move. So the thing is, I don't want to get attacked either. I don't feel like I can deal with these guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a bit tricky. Let's... I wonder, basically there's 2 interesting options. I could explore this. I could move out here, which is of course possible. It's a little boring, it doesn't really help. I might even consider going back in here. If I lure them here, I could maybe then go... Yeah, but that doesn't really work either. So we got 1 card left. Yeah. Not sure what to do here. You know what? I think I want to actually go to the Hunter's Dream. I got 3 blood echoes. And yeah, why not? I mean, let's do that. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to spend these 3 blood echoes for this specific card here. When hunters go to the dream, and I have to push this 1 space, instead of using blood echoes for upgrading, they might instead discard them to place insight tokens on this card. So let's do that. 2, 3. And then I can refresh my weapon, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and yeah, so now the next turn starts, and we enter this space and come to the first red space. So let's see what happens now. It says reveal card 56 when the first red space is reached. The executioners arrive. As the moon reaches its apex and the clamoring sound of the cathedral bells fills the inner ward, a new sound is heard echoing through the streets. On swift feet, the sounds of transforming weapons and gunshots ring into the night. En masse, the hunters of the executioner's covenant have descended into the streets of the cathedral ward. So that means we got to reveal card 57 because we did not aid the executioners. So Let's hope this is not the card that says you lose the game. Hunters of the Church, taking to the streets, the executioners have begun to cut down all those before them, townsfolk and monster alike. Leading them seems to be Alfred. What part do the executioners play in all this? Regardless, it appears we might have to fight our own kind if we are to complete our mission. Reveal card 58, and we're going to see Alfred again. Okay, so let's see. 58. Okay, executioners. Executioners are represented by insight tokens. These are enemies with 2 hit points and do not respawn once slain. If they flip ability or special, they use basic with +1 speed and +1 damage and stagger. Okay, well, alright. Not great. And we gotta find Alfred again. Okay, so we basically have to kill everybody here. So let's see. Alfred is this guy. They appear on the central lamp. So Alfred is here. And then we got 2 executioners also here. Alright. So let's see. We got... Man, I think we did this, right? Yeah, we killed... So this can basically all go away here. And instead we have this now. Alright. Okay. So I think here Kirkhammer will start again, and he jumps right into the central lamp from the dream. Does a slash. Honestly, I'm not even sure whom I'm gonna attack. I might actually attack the executioner first, I think. Yeah, I think I want to attack the executioner. And that allows me to draw 2 and then discard one of these cards. So I gotta shuffle the deck. Okay, I have now 3 dodge cards in my hands. That's pretty cool, because whenever I clear a slot, I also deal 1 damage. So that is really neat. And okay, so I did an attack against an executioner. Flip a card, it's basic. So I can simply dodge that. It's this Hunter's Zeal by, yeah, he's 2 speed and 2 damage. But yeah, I'm gonna dodge it, go here, remove the card, and I can deal 1 damage to 1 enemy in my space. So I think I'm gonna attack now the other executioner. And they each have 2 hit points, so the first one is already gone. And I guess I get a blood echo for that. And okay, so now I'm gonna attack Alfred. Yeah. I will attack Alfred, and I will use this card here. Attack or dodge at +1, clear this slot. So that means if the slot is cleared, I can now actually kill the other executioner. And that gives me another blood echo. And now it's just Alfred, and we attacked him here with a slash. So let's see what happens. It's another basic. How many basic? Seems there are more than 3. Okay, so he does now this, which is a stun. Okay, I think I have to use my pistol. Yeah, I want to use my pistol to stop that. And then he takes 2 damage. And that's it. I end my turn here. Oh, by the way, I should respawn the other dudes because we reached the red space. I totally forgot that. That means, oh man, that changes things a bit. These guys go all here again. Here we now have this weird spider on the graveyard, and here we have another church servant. Okay, that's wow, that makes quite a difference actually. Okay, You know what? I think I'm going to use this bell, the beckoning bell. One other hunter teleports to your space. I want to bring this guy right here. Yep, and this is a consumable, so this goes away. And let's see. So the thing is now the other enemies activate. So we have Alfred, but we also have this guy, and this is really a problem. I wish there would be something I could do to somehow get rid of this guy. I really don't want him here. You know, I might actually use this. Maybe this is not such a bad choice. Or I could use my card. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I will not teleport the guy right yet. Here's what I'm going to do. I will play this card to move. And I'm going to move first here, then back, and then here, because I can move through 3 spaces with the card. And this guy will follow me 1 space, and he follows exactly the way I move. So he goes actually here. And then I'm going to teleport this guy over here. So that takes this guy out of the game. And now Alfred activates again, and he moves here. And he does not attack. All right. The thing is, if they pursue you while you move, they exactly follow you the way you actually moved. So if you have 3 movement spaces, you can kind of lure them in a different direction. But usually you can only move 2 spaces, except if you have such a special card, then that works. All right, so let's see. I'm thinking about using this, the Carol Rune Guidance. It allows me to clear one slot and move 2 spaces. The cool part about that is I can go here and then move back again, and I can bring this guy now here into the chapel where his attacks are always 1 slower. And I think that might help us. So let's see what we got. Although I'm so fast, I might not even need that. But okay, so I simply will play this here, the stagger. That allows me to draw another card, so I got to shuffle the deck. Okay, so let's see what he does. He does a special attack. Combo Flourish. After resolving all attacks, Alfred makes 1 Kirkhammer Slam attack. Ooh. Well, I mean, this is staggered. But I think he still does this Kirkhammer Slam attack anyway. That's not cool. So he takes 1 damage. And now he does his stupid attack, and I don't really think there's anything I can do about that. I could refresh my firearm, and I think I want to do that. I'm going to use my rune, refresh the Rosemariners, and then I'm going to use that again, and all the effects are gone. So he will not do this attack again. Now let's see. There is 1 special in here which is a problem. Oh, I got a dodge here. Interesting. All right. Yeah, so I think what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to use my poised here. And it's, yeah, cannot suffer stagger or stun. Well, that's not a good idea. No, I cannot do that. I think I have to do another stagger here. Agile. So now the same thing happens. The same special attack. He takes another wound. There we go. And I stagger him, so this attack is not done, but he does now the Kirkhammer Slam attack, and I'm going to use this one here to dodge that attack. So I play it here, and then the slot is killed. Okay, cleared. Okay, so that's it, I guess. And now I got 1 last card left. I cannot kill him. Anyway, I'm going to do a massive blow here. I'm going to use my combo finisher. Yeah, I need to do 6 damage. There's no way I can do that. Huh. Is there anything crazy I have up here? I could do this, refresh 1 reward card, but oh, is that interesting? Maybe it is. I could do this. Oh, that's also interesting. Okay, anyway, so I will do now the combo finisher. Huh. I'm not sure if I can actually afford to do this. The problem is if I attack now, I'm gonna have to take 2 attacks from him basically. This attack, his reaction to my attack, and then his activation. And that is a little bit too much, I'm afraid. I don't think I have all that. Now I could stop his activation by using this one, the Bone Marrow Ash. I could refresh this card and then use this card to stop his activation. I probably would still take a lot of damage though. For example, the Kirkhammer Slam could kill me. It has the stun going on. No, yeah, it would kill me. I just realized I cannot suffer stun when I play this card. So the basic attack cannot kill me. Alright. So here's what I'm gonna do. If the special attack comes, I'm also massively in trouble. Because I cannot deal with the second attack. This is all not easy. Ah, dear. I'm pretty sure I have to. I could also simply heal. Maybe that's the easiest way to deal with it. But no, I'm going to use this one, the Bone Marrow Ash, and that allows me to refresh a reward card. So I'm going to play this card which says non-boss enemies do not activate after your turn. So I could even... Yeah, and I think I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to stop here and he will not activate, and that's it. Okay, so now we go into the next turn. Couple of new cards, 3 new cards over here, and we got to deal 6 more damage. Now that should be possible, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, that should actually work. That's pretty cool. I'm going to do simply a slash here. Do a +1, and I got to shuffle his activation deck again. So let's see how he reacts. He does a special. Okay, after resolving all attacks, Alfred makes 1 Kirkhammer Slam attack. Okay, so first I do 3 damage because of this +1 slash. So he's at 7 life points now. I want to dodge this first attack here. So I'm going to play this. And it says, oh shit, it doesn't really work. I thought I could clean this space. Okay. Okay, so what I gotta do is, I gotta do this anyway. After dodging, to deal 2 damage to that enemy. If I could have cleaned the space from the dodge action, then he would have been killed. But it's not happening now because he still has 1 life point left. However, I have to use this. Deal 2 damage to 1 enemy in your space. I gotta do that because if I don't, yeah, I'm in deep trouble. So okay, that's it. We managed to kill the guy. And that means we can now reveal card 59. Pray slaughtered Alfred. Distribute 2 consumables and the executioner's gloves reward among the hunters. Pray for Master Logarius in my stead. Alfred utters before falling to the ground. Searching him, you find orders instructing that none must be allowed to escape, especially those who witnessed the events in the Grand Cathedral this night. Ooh. All right. So we really want to figure out what's happening in the cathedral, I guess. We have to find the courtyard lamp. And we also should go to the dream soon. I still have a card left. I could do this right now. But first we gotta distribute the consumables. So let's see what we get. Quicksilver bullets, refresh a firearm. That's awesome. I'm gonna give that to him. Blue elixir, move 2. That's also great. Well, why not give that to him? And then we gotta find these gloves. So that is really cool. Slay 1 enemy within 2 spaces that has 2 or less remaining health points. That's a really strong one. I think I gotta give that to him. Remove the blood of Adela. Yeah. We only can remember we can only have 2 of each type. So 2 of these items and 2 of the runes. I think we can have unlimited consumables though. All right. And yeah, I think I'll just go to the dream right away to solve this mystery here. So this goes up and this dude goes to the dream again with his 3 tokens. So he's going to place 1 token here and 2 tokens he's going to use to maybe exchange some cards. And now we can reveal 55. So, strength through blood. Distribute the bloodstone shard reward among the hunters. Whatever has affected the lesser minds of the population will not break us. We know our mission and we know our purpose. None, not even those of the church, will stand in our way. Nice. Okay, so it seems the only thing that's left now is to find the courtyard lamp. And we get the bloodstone shard. Okay, so it's this one here, and it says, place on an attack slot, may switch slot on transform. Oh. While on a slot, that attack deals +1 damage. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is a cool card. Man, this is so good. God. The problem is we already have a lot of great cards here, but this is something it seems you can keep. Right? Man, that's rough. That's I'm really tempted to maybe place that here. The executioner's gloves. That's really good. Man. But that is also great. Non-boss enemies do not activate after your turn. That's very powerful. But you can use this only once per turn, and I think you can use this I think that doesn't go away. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of the messenger's gift, which is a shame, but yeah, I think this one is even stronger. Okay, I think it's still the same turn, and I think this guy hasn't moved yet. So, not quite sure what I want to do. I might consider transforming the weapon. Okay. So I think I want to place this here. And now what? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to explore a new tile. So I don't know, let's go one. I know, let's go one, and then let's go 1, 2. I'm gonna down here and I have to push this up. Okay, so let's see what we find. We want the courtyard lamp. Now this is not the courtyard lamp. Oh god. This has quite a footprint, this game. This card goes away too. Okay. We got a couple of enemies in here. Oh man. So we got a church servant right here. Here we got a spider. Alright. And here we got a treasure chest. So I got one movement left. Ooh, that's not great. Ah dear. I think I want to definitely move in the chapel because I got that speed advantage here. So that means this guy follows me, and also this weird spider does. I cannot kill the servant. I don't know. It seems like I might be killed this turn. We'll see. I'm going to stop it here, and now the church servant will attack. That's a basic attack. So he would do 3 damage. I think... I think I want to dodge that by going here. Alright, so I don't take any damage here. And now the spider activates, move in here. And it does also a basic attack, which is a simple slash. That means I take 2 damage. I have no way to dodge that or avoid that in any way. Alright. That's not great. So now it's the next turn. We go here. And yeah, I think I want to... I come back from the dream. I move in here. I get 3 new cards. And I'm going to try to help this other guy out here. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm really in a good shape, I guess. So I'm going to move in first. This is refreshed. And I think I want to get rid of this card to move in. And now, oh, and by the way, this one is also refreshed. And it's not that easy. I will play this card here. I'm going to slash. I'm going to attack the spider, I guess. And I can... yeah, so let's see what happens. It's the ability. The hunter does not stagger. They must dodge fast or discard all cards in their hand. This is the numbing toxin. Huh. Well, I can do that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to dodge fast. It's not great because I don't have a card left and I will be attacked by this dude. But I will do it anyway because this card is then removed and at least I can deal a damage to this guy this way. And I will do an attack against this guy and I can clear the slot. So that means I can do overall 3 damage against the spider, and that simply kills the spider because I do the basic 2 and I clear the slot with the card. So that's 3 damage. So the spider is slain. The problem is the hunter. He will attack. It's a special attack. That's a church servant. Profane mark. Frenzy. Okay, so I take 3 wounds here. And I get the frenzy condition. Gain 1 frenzy token. The hunter suffers +1 damage from all attacks. Remove the token when the hunter goes to the dream. I think that happens in the next turn when I get attacked. I think this attack gives me the frenzy and the next one then would give me a +1 damage, I guess. Alright. So now the other guy, the Blade of Mercy, will attack with his Visceral. That's a stagger. +1 damage. And usually that should kill the guy. He's got a basic attack. Yeah. So I'm faster than him. And he already has a wound. He has overall 4 life points. So I do 3 damage. And I managed to kill the guy. Alright. And I got 2 cards left. So yeah, I think I just want to try to explore. So I'm going to move here now. I don't want to go back here where these guys respawn. So it's 1, 2. And look at that. That is the courtyard lamp. That is what we were looking for. Let's place it like this, so that this kind of matches here. So I'm sitting here now. 36. Accessing the cathedral. Before you, a large congregation of enemies blocks your path. Worse, from the cathedral itself, a pale light pulses periodically, bathing the area. As it washes over you, your mind fills with incomprehensible voices and images. Surround the courtyard lamp tile with fog gates. Spawn 2 church servants and 1 church giant on its lantern space. These enemies are not removed on red spaces, but heal all damage. They do not respawn. Remove the fog gates when these enemies have been slain, or when the third space, red space of the hunt track is reached. Okay, so I guess if we kill this guy, or if we kill these guys, then we gotta find the Grand Cathedral, because the next one is end a move on the Grand Cathedral. Oh, but you know, I guess probably the Grand Cathedral tile will be placed here somewhere by card 37, because that's the other card we have to reveal now. Yeah, exactly. Unspeakable truths. Connect the Grand Cathedral to the courtyard lamp tile. Hunters entering the Grand Cathedral tile suffer frenzy unless you have collected at least one inside this chapter. Okay, that's not the issue. Hunter attacks and dodges suffer -1 and -1 damage and -1 speed while on the Grand Cathedral tile unless you have collected at least 2 inside. Okay, that's a bit of an issue. Because I'm not quite sure who did what. Okay. I gotta figure out how that worked. Okay, so yeah, there they are. And you know, I think I'm gonna use my last cards to say bye-bye and go into the dream, because this is a little bit dangerous here. With a single card, I cannot handle all these guys. That means this goes up here now. We got to respawn. So therefore, we have another church servant here. And I think we have now 4 here on the board. So the one which is furthest away, I'm pretty sure about that, is respawned here now. I'm not totally sure, but I think so. And the spider comes in here. And yeah, so, and well, yeah, I think, by the way, that these here have, or this guy has 2 inside missions, and I think this guy did 1. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but I think that's what happened. So I'm going to get rid of I'm going to try to find a better card. Maybe this one here. So it's the next day and I'm continuing this here. And let's face it, I mean, it's dragging on quite a bit here. So let's see. This guy's in a really bad shape. And he also isn't doing great. He should actually, wait a minute, he's in the dream, so he should have healed here. And time moves on, obviously. I gotta shuffle these cards. Okay, so let's see. So first, I'm gonna move with this guy here into the lamp here, or the courtyard lamp, and let's see, maybe it makes more sense to attack the church servants first. Oh, wait a minute. I got this blood. Oh, that's cool. I could place that here. I don't know. Yeah, I think I want to place it here. So, okay, I'm gonna attack the church servant first. So this now does +1 damage. I'm gonna play a stagger, which allows me to draw a card. And I gotta shuffle these too. Okay, so I attack with a slash, do a stagger here, and that is a basic attack against the church servant. And because stagger can affect enemy attacks of the same speed, I can cancel his attack, and the guy takes 3 wounds if I'm not mistaken here. Yeah. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, what other options do we have now? I mean, I could use the executioner's gloves and simply slay this guy. Slay one enemy within 2 spaces that has 2 or less remaining hit points. That is kind of cool. I think for now I want to actually attack the church giant. I'm going to play this card here. Another stagger. That's an ability. And you know, I could discard this card. If an enemy in your space uses ability, discard from hand, deal them 2. You know, I think this is actually something I want to do. I want to get rid of this card. I want to discard the card and deal 2 damage against this guy. And then he also takes 3, so he's also down to 1 life point basically. Pretty cool. So I only got 1 guy left here. And yeah, okay. I guess I'm just gonna go with a slash against the what do we have here? Draw a card. Yeah, I'm going to go with a slash against the church giant again. Draw another card here. That's a basic attack, so that will kill him. So the church giant is already gone. Nice. Get another blood echo for that. Then I'm going to play this one here, the executioner's gloves. And I'm going to kill the servant here. And that's it. Now I'll get attacked by the other servant. Oh. And yeah, there's a good chance I take some wounds from that. That's a special attack. Profane mark. That would be 3 damage and a frenzy. Yeah, okay, I mean... Oh, I get another blood echo, by the way. I could use this to get rid of the frenzy and just take the damage. Gotta think about that. I mean, so frenzy means I suffer +1 damage from all attacks. I guess it doesn't really matter. If I face a boss here, I'm probably gonna have to go to the dream anyway. I still have enough time to do that, so yeah, I might as well just take that. So I take 3 damage, I guess, and I take a frenzy marker, just like the other guy who also has one. Okay. Yeah, so wasn't great, but okay. And that was his turn, and now it's the other guy, and now there's just this one church servant left to kill, and I guess he should be able to do that. So I guess first of all I want to move with this specific card. When used to move 3 spaces, so I can move 1, 2, 3 and can move right in here. Then I'm just simply thinking about attacking. Maybe this one? Yeah, I will attack with a slash, I guess. And clear the slot. That allows me to heal 1. And we see what the church servant does. That is a basic attack. That would be 3 damage. I guess I'm simply going to cancel that with my pistol. I also will go into the dream anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I deal also 3 damage. 2 for the slash, 1 because I cleared a slot. So he has only 1 damage left. I'm going to do a quick stab here and simply, yeah, I mean at that point there's nothing. He does a special, but that's too slow. I simply will kill him, get another blood echo here, and that's it. So we killed these 3 guys, and next we gotta go into the cathedral, into the grand cathedral. Okay, what happens if I go there? Here, end a move on the grand cathedral. Reveal card 38. All right. Yeah. Okay, so first this turn is over. That's obvious. So this goes up. And then this guy will go into the dream. He is not in a shape to fight a boss now, I guess. So he moves to the dream. That means these cards are removed again. There we go. He heals fully. He might consider buying 2 new cards. The frenzy goes away, which is great. And yeah, I'm checking if I want to buy a couple of new cards. So I forgot to move this on when I moved into the dream. And so now it's this guy, and I think I will probably during this turn move into the dream with him too. Oh, but I got this card, which is actually pretty cool. All right, so we'll see. First of all, I want to reveal what's in there. So I'm going to move him in here. 1, 2. I just move in here. Okay, and now we're going to reveal card 38, which is right here. Accessing the cathedral. You enter to the sight of a woman knelt in prayer. Before her rests an artifact of the church, a skull. Let us partake in communion and feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears. Seek the old blood. As she prays, you see the pulses of light are originating from the skull. A new wave washes over her. All sound ceases. Suddenly, she grips her chest before emitting a deathly shriek, her form erupting into that of a horrid beast. Okay. So, surround the grand cathedral tile with fog gates. Spawn Vicar Amelia on this space. She responds to that space on a red space. Okay, she responds. Complete the hunt by slaying her. Alright. So let's find that creature. Okay, so now we have finally our boss battle going on. This is the creature we're fighting against. It looks even cooler here, I think. Yeah, pretty impressive. Like, she's kneeling there, and I mean, that's really pretty awesome. And she shows up here. And you can see now here, this is the boss card, and it has life points depending on the number of players. So the lady has 10 life points. Now if we kill her, then it goes to phase 2 of the combat, and then it has again 15 life points. If during combat a red space is triggered, then the boss will heal, but the phase will not go back or something. It just will heal the life points it lost during that phase. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to house rule that a little bit, because this is something I don't like about the boss fights. You can see here the boss, they don't have their basic special and ability cards. That's not happening here. Instead, they simply have these cards, and you draw every turn a card. Now what I'm going to do is, I want to roll, these cards are open, and I'm going to roll which card is played. So I want to see what the boss can do, and in this way it's a little bit like fighting these, because I think this is one of the interesting parts, that there is some little bit of planning involved. Now it's going to be much harder with the boss, because it's not like you have more likely options and less likely options and so on. But still, I kind of like that a little more. So we'll see how it works out. Okay, so it's still this guy's action, and man, I'm not even sure if I want to do anything here. The boss will heal anyway if this moves here, and I doubt that I can do 10. I mean, maybe I could. Can I do 10 damage during a single turn here? Now, the thing is, this guy has 2 two inside missions. So therefore, this penalty doesn't apply. This guy managed to gain 1 inside mission. So he will not get the frenzy, but he will have a -1 on damage and a -1 on speed, while on the Great Cathedral tile. So that sucks. I mean, we might consider... no, we cannot get her out. I think there was a fog gate, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that there's a fog gate somewhere. Yeah, so there is actually a fog gate, so we cannot lure her out of the cathedral. Yeah, so we have to somehow live with that. All right. Let me quickly calculate a little bit. If it's going to be possible for me to deal 10 damage to her, and then I don't know, but I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, I mean, we can give it a try. If we're planning to go to the dream anyway, we can burn through all these reward cards, right? There's nothing to lose here. And if we get killed, even that's not important, because we would just lose our blood echoes. Yeah, I mean, who cares? So I'm thinking about doing this. I'm going to go with that and try this. This allows me to get rid of a frenzy. I can draw 2 and then discard 1. Interesting. I think I want to get rid of this one. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And now let's see what attack we suffer. I'm going to roll a die here. It's number 2. It's this one, the cross sweep. So that cannot be staggered. That's okay. Targets all hunters in this space. Okay, that's 3 damage. So I'm going to flip that. Huh. Well, okay, I guess I take the damage here. This is good. Man, this is tough. It's a shame we cannot use the firearms against her. That really sucks. But I don't think there is any way to do it. Does it make even sense to try? I could try the stagger. So wait a minute, I did now 2 damage, right? Yeah, I did 2 damage. Okay. Now I want to try the stagger here, and it also clears the slot. So that means because it clears the slot, I deal 1 damage because of my special ability to her. And then we'll see what's happening here. Well, that is a 6. I had a 4-sider here. Okay, that is number... Is that number 1? God damn it. Number 4. Okay, so this is this one here. That's bad. Is it? Yeah, it cannot be staggered. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. So, I mean, what does that do? I could do 2 damage to her at that point because I'm faster than she. So I did 5 damage already, which is not bad at all. But the problem is that this attack, the uppercut sweep, simply kills me. Except I have some crazy card. I could dodge. Maybe that is an option. But does that really help me? Because I have to kill her. If I cannot do the 10 damage, this is all useless anyway. And she will heal in the next turn. Now, if I manage to draw another card, which I can... Nah, I can only do this here if I kill someone. I could do it here. If I draw a card here, maybe I could do another attack here. But then if she does the fast attack, I'm fucked. Oh man. And also this medium attack is, I mean, that might be okay. Tough choice. Do I want to risk it or not? I would lose this cool item. The good thing about that is it would allow me to get rid of this. But then again, man, I really want to do it. It would be cool if I could bring her down to the next phase. You know, I want to do that. I'm gonna play the card to dodge, and I'm gonna remove it again, and that means she takes again a wound because I cleared a slot. And I dodged the attack. Ah, yeah, okay. Move the hunter one space away. That is not great either. But there might be still options. So what I want to do is now, I want to play this. The sedative. Draw one card. Remove the frenzy. I got the blue elixir, which would allow me to move 2 spaces. So there is a real chance I can do that maybe. So draw one card. Okay, so this goes away. And now I want to draw a good card. And this is an interesting card. Huh. After dodging, deal 2 to that enemy. Okay, so what I could do is I could play this card. And I could deal 2 damage to her. And then she would be already at 8 damage. So all I basically need is a successful dodge. Let's see. On the other hand, I got this one here. You know, I think I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to play this card, the Augur of Ebrietas. Deal 2 damage to 1 enemy in your space and move them up to 2 spaces away. Okay, so I'm not going to move that creature, obviously. And then I'm going to discard the blue elixir. And yeah, that's a bit of a gamble, you know. If this goes wrong and she uses the gnashing grab, I spend a lot of resources for nothing. But there is a 2 in 3 chance that she doesn't do that. So now we're going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to move in here for free. And now I'm going to play this card as an attack card. And I'm going to play the Empty Phantasm Shell, which gives me a +1 in speed. And you know, I think maybe that's even enough if that happens. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So now let's roll a die and see what she does. We have 3 options left. That is number 3. That is definitely not good enough. That is the timed slash. And I managed to destroy her here. So I think actually she does not kill me. I think she is now removed. Or not removed, but this phase ends the moment I kill her. And I don't think that this is a successful attack. Which is not necessarily that great, because going to the dream would have been an option for me. And now this phase changes, and now we are in phase 2, and she has 15 life points. And that whole shit paid off, and that was great that I managed to kill that first phase here. Okay, so we're going to flip all these 5 cards now, and it's going to be even harder, I guess. Okay, there we go. And that's the end of this turn. So now this goes up, and basically nothing changes. Oh, by the way, we would have a consumable here, a chest. Alright, so we go to the next turn, and I don't think I even have to shuffle these. I basically have to go to the dream. There is nothing I can do anymore. So I'm just going to discard the card here, and I'm going to go to the dream right away. This pushes this one space forward, and that's okay. I got 2 blood echoes that I can use to improve my options here. Okay, so now it's his turn, and well, obviously he comes back. The Blade of Mercy, and for him it's rough because she's got a -1 damage and a -1 speed. Yeah, so that is not good. All right, I'm gonna play this card here. It's a stagger +1 speed. So it kind of evens out the problems, and it does +1 damage. So we'll see what happens now. Of course, these cards are harder now. So that is a 1. That is a quick bite. Okay, so okay, that means that, yeah, I take 2 damage. It's a stun. So I have to get rid of a card too. Okay, that's not great. So I take 2 damage. Now what I could do is I could use this attack, but it's not that. Oh no, it's only for non-boss enemies. Shit. So this is a totally useless weapon. That's great. Right. So therefore, I will do now 2 damage. Okay. Well, it's probably just gonna be a slow battle of attrition here, and I mean, luckily we still have a little bit of time, so I guess we might be able to do it maybe. Now, thinking about doing pretty much the same thing, I'm going to do a stagger. I'm not even sure if that helps in any way, man. Probably not. I cannot stagger anyone, so I might as well just go with a heavy slash, hoping to do a little more damage, and I'm allowed to clear this slot. Okay, so let's see what she does. Okay, that is a 1. That is a stagger. After resolving all attacks, Amelia activates again. Yeah, okay, that's bad. I think we are pretty much done here. Maybe I should have used this card to dodge, but shit. Do we have anything crazy here? Nah. Wow, that's really tough. It seems like I'm in massive trouble here. Yeah, I'm basically just going to take 3 damage, and my attack is staggered. That's great. Okay, so I'm down to 1, and she activates again. So let's see what that does. So we got another timed slash. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is it. We could have actually tried to somehow place this here as a defense, but it doesn't really matter. She kills me before I can do anything here. because I'm slower than she is. Yeah, I mean, that's just awful. This guy is really in a bad shape because he is, he's got these penalties, -1 and -1 speed. I mean, that's really awful. Okay, so I get killed, which is not good. And this goes up, and so that means pretty much I have to kill her now, because otherwise she would heal, and I don't think I can do this again there. But we'll see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here's the problem actually. We start a new turn. So this goes up, and this is our last turn. So she heals completely, and yeah, therefore we got to do this somehow now. Yeah, there's nothing we can do against that. So maybe it makes more sense if I let him start, because he's got the Executioner's Gloves, which would him allow to slay one enemy within 2 spaces that has 2 or less remaining hit points. Okay, that's clearly helpful maybe. And yeah, I don't know what else to do here. Okay, so let's try again. We got this 1 turn left. We start with him here with his hammer. And well, first I have to consider which side I want to use for my attack. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, these 2 clear the slot. Now I got this one. I got this one. But I probably... It's really a shame. Now the cannon would be useful, but yeah, I don't have that, obviously. Okay, I think I'm gonna use my hammer and just try to do 2 massive attacks before I die. I don't really see another option here. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. This clears the slot. It doesn't give me any advantage, because clearing the slot is helpful on the other one. But I mean, I can use this thing multiple times, which is great. So okay, I do an attack +1. So let's see what she rolls here. Okay, that is what actually I was hoping for. She does the healing prayer, and we were super lucky because because she doesn't heal, right? That's the thing. I mean, she's healthy, so she doesn't heal. That's really great. It also said at 1 speed before the hunter's attack, heal 3 and move it 2 spaces away. But because I got a +1 attack, my attack comes first. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, I was wrong. Shit. So she actually heals 3. She takes 4 damage, but she heals 3. Because that is a slower card than that one. Because of this +1, I see. Okay, well, that sucks. So that means she's down to 1 damage and she moves 1 space away. Great. We cannot move her 2 spaces away. That doesn't work. And then we got to shuffle this stupid deck. So basically we simply flip the cards back. and that is not good. Okay, I'm gonna discard a card to move. That allows me to move back in here, and now I'm gonna just try again this crushing slam, and I'm gonna just hope for the best here. That is a 4, so this is the axe handle smash. Okay, that is okay, because that, at least that doesn't somehow prevent this crushing slam from happening. So this goes away again. So she takes 4 more damage. And that was this one, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm stunned, so I lose overall now 5 points because I cannot discard another card. I'm out of cards. So I lose another one, and I lose another life point. And yeah, this is it then. And then, oh, I wanted to do this earlier, sorry. I want to play this one here. So that will cost her another life point. I forgot to do that. And I'm going to do this one too. And that costs her 2 life points. So therefore, she loses 3 more life points at that point. And now my turn is over. Okay, now I brought her down to 8. Okay. Can I do this? Maybe, but not if she heals. I mean, I basically have only take 6 points from her because I got this card that allows me to slay an enemy within 2 spaces that has 2 or less points. So if I can bring it down to 2 points, I win. Yeah, but this is going to be tough. So I'm going to move in here. Oh, fuck. I cannot even... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I used this thing. I could move her away. So I'm going to move her right onto this space again so that I don't have to waste a card to move to attack her. Yeah, exactly. That works out. So the problem now is I got a -1 on damage and a -1 on speed. Okay, I got my Bloodstone shard here, and I'm going to use this stagger card here. So that does now a lot of damage. That's 4, 5. I got a -1, so it still does 4 damage. And we're going to roll and see what happens. If she heals, we're fucked. And that is number 2. Okay, so she does not heal. But that isn't great either. After resolving all attacks, she activates again. Ugh. Okay. If dodged, Hunter's attacks deals +1. Yeah, okay, I cannot dodge that, I'm afraid. That's a shame. Okay, so first of all, I will lose 3. I would take 3 wounds, and I will deal now 4 wounds, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's interesting. So where are we now? We are at 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. So I only have to do 1 more fucking wound. And I can do it. That's crazy. Okay, so let's see what we can do. First of all, I want to use my blood vial to heal. I have to do that because otherwise she can kill me now. So that means I can heal 2 wounds and I'm back to 5. And okay, now she will activate. And this is rough. We only have basically now 3 cards left. And if she uses this, it's bad. So we don't want to roll a 5 or a 6. Oh, fuck. Okay, that is a problem. It's the healing prayer. So that means she will heal 3 and she will move 2 spaces. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay, that's really, really bad. And she moves 2 spaces, so I'm just going to move her 1 space, obviously, because she cannot get any further away. Is there any chance? I mean, okay, at least she didn't attack. And we got to shuffle the deck again, so basically this is just all flipped again. And let's see what we do now. So she's still at 9. If I can do 4 damage, I can kill her. I'm going to use this card, the Guidance Rune, clear 1 slot and move 2 spaces. That's the perfect card because it allows me to get rid of this card and my heavy slash is available again, and I can also move in here for free. And now maybe I got a chance to do it. But man, we'll see, right? I mean, if she rolls the bad things, so we got to do it again here. Let's go for it. It's +1 again. If this goes through and she doesn't heal, we win. So let's see. We don't want to roll a 5. That's okay. That would be okay. That would be a big issue. A 2, because that is a stagger. So we don't want to roll a 2. And we don't want to roll a 5. That's now basically what it comes down to. If she rolls that, I think I've lost the game. No 2, no 5. Okay, that's a 6. You gotta roll again. Oh man, that's interesting, right? So no 2, no 5. And that's a 4. Okay, that looks good. So she does that slow attack. My attack is also slow. Mine is even slower technically because I got this penalty going on here. So this goes first. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, let's see. So this shit does 4 damage. Man, that's crazy. 4 damage. I'm down to 1 point and it says stun. Now stun forces me to discard a card. And I still have 1 card. Otherwise, I would have lost my last point. So I gotta discard the card. And I can just do it. And now she takes damage. And she takes now 4 damage. Alright, usually it would be 5. But now it's down to 4. So therefore, she is now at 13 points, which means she has exactly 2 points left. And now I'm going to use my Executioner's Gloves, and I can slay 1 enemy within 2 spaces. That is 2 or less remaining hit points. And I can do that without any card left and 1 single life point in the last round of the game. Holy fuck! Okay, now we're going to reveal card 39, and I hope this shit doesn't go on. Hunt completed, there we go. Moving forward, you reach toward the glowing skull, that of Lawrence, first vicar of the Healing Church. Touching it, flashes of the past and perhaps the future fill your thoughts. You steel your resolve and force them from your mind. You do not quite comprehend the nature of what has transpired here, but this relic will find a new home in the workshop. As you depart, you hear one final phrase whispered into your mind. Fear the old blood. All right, so we did it. Great. Okay, so I want to do. I want to a few thoughts here about the game, and I have mixed feelings about this, and it's hard. The last part now really was super exciting. That was a real finale, and I really didn't expect that to happen this way. So first of all, the components are really absolutely fantastic. I've heard some complaints about the tiles, that the backside gets damaged easily and you can then see which tile it is and whatnot. I don't see that in any way. I think the components are great. The miniatures are fantastic looking. I really love them. These are actually in my opinion, some of the most awesome miniatures out there. Maybe not so much, not even the quality, but simply the design and the look of the miniatures is so great. Really outstanding. I love these miniatures, and I'm looking forward to paint them. So yeah, component-wise, it's all absolute fantastic. The art, another thing that I love. I do like this dark look of the street, and it all looks kind of similar, although some stand a little bit out, right? The churches and all that. So I think it's perfect. It's really, really well done. And some people complain that it all looks samey or what, but I don't have a problem with that at all. I think it just fits the theme perfectly. These guys look great. The monsters look cool. Everything. I really, really like that. I'm not so sure about this card and chapter thing. It's a bit weird. You have all these cards now laying here, and all these mission cards and all that crap. On the other hand, I have to say, I also don't like books that much, because sometimes you read things that you maybe shouldn't read, and you really focus to only read what you're supposed to read, and it gets a little bit annoying. And so in general, I think the cards are not bad. It works fine. The story in general is not the greatest. That's definitely a problem, in my opinion. We've seen it here, the fact that you have twice to rescue a woman and escort her somewhere in a single short campaign. That's really not great. And yeah, I don't know. I think the story is not super exciting. There is definitely some atmosphere if you read these things, and it's kind of cool. But maybe, honestly, I would prefer some events. If I enter a tile and I flip a card and I read an event with some little bit of storytelling, maybe that would have been more interesting than going through this deck or jumping through this deck and looking for card 41 and then, 59 and then going back again. And so this all feels a little weird. I really love the combat system. I think it's great. These 6 cards with different probabilities, the 3 actions of the creatures, and the different probabilities that come from these 6 cards. So there is a bit of calculation going on. You can plan, you can make tactical decisions. The card play in general, the speed, the 2 sides of the weapons, each with their specific abilities and all that, fantastic. The pistol that allows you to do some extra stuff, the cards that you can get that also can help you out. This is all really, really well designed. I think this is a fabulous combat system, and I wish to see something similar maybe in another game. That would be really, really cool. I'm a big fan of that. The problem is, I think that the game is too long. 3 quests to complete this campaign, in my opinion, that feels too long. I think 2 would have probably been perfect. I also felt too strong too early. I was pretty much already in the second quest. Most of my cards already were advanced cards, and I was not even that interested during the last quest to do any upgrades or something. I mean, I did a bit, but it was not really, it didn't feel necessary at all. We just moved through here, and you know, these are really tough guys, and we managed to kill one of them and one of them in a single turn with one single guy. At the end here, we've seen it here, right? So, it didn't feel like a real challenge. Now, granted, the final battle definitely was an insane challenge, but it all felt very much okay. You kind of easily make your way through all this, and it also was like that already in the second chapter, in my opinion. It feels like there were no enemies whatsoever, right? You just could kill them so easily. And we had even these 2 mini-bosses in the last chapter, and there were no, it felt just, yeah, like a piece of cake. It was totally easy to kill everyone here. And so while we did all that, and while we fought our way through here, and slashed all these creatures, in the end, it felt a little too hard. My problem is with this boss, I wish the bosses had the same system as these guys, so that it would you could plan more. It would be a little more predictable, and it felt just pure luck, right? I mean, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm thinking actually maybe I could do something like, okay, for example, this would be the special ability of the guy, and then we draw 2 of these cards randomly and place them, I don't know, maybe like this, and then we have a basic ability, a special ability, you know, or a basic attack, a special attack, and the ability, and we simply use then these cards. And in this way, all the bosses would be also a bit different, because you would only use 3 cards out of the 5. I think that could be an interesting option. It would make the game possibly even easier, but on the other hand, I thought maybe you could delay the progression a little bit by, when you go into the dream, the first card costs you 1 blood echo, but the second card costs you 2 blood echoes. So you would not be allowed to buy 3 cards when you go into the dream anymore. You could buy a maximum of 2. So that would make it much harder. And yeah, I think maybe more interesting. Now there is also an expansion, the Chalice Dungeon, which allows you to basically do random dungeons, and there's also traps then, and I assume it's also faster, and maybe this is something that I enjoy more. I'm not the biggest fan of these kind of storytelling in general. This is not something I need from my games. So I think maybe I would be more happy with this random dungeon, quicker gameplay, and I don't know how the development goes, but yeah, this is definitely something I want to try. Okay, so I don't have much more to say. In general, I think this is a super cool game. I had fun most of the time playing it, but I also have to say, at some point from the middle of the second chapter to the end of the third chapter, I became pretty bored. And just that final boss battle felt then challenging again. So that's not so great, but there might be ways to fix that. Okay, so yeah, hope to see you on the next video. Bye.